Back here in the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We're live at the American Century Championships here in Lake Tahoe. Familiar voice, familiar face as well. Donovan McNabb from the NBC Sports Radio Network. You see him all over. Multimedia superstar, I believe is what his business card says now.
Oh, well, why not?
Is that correct? Donovan McNabb with us here in the program. Is that what your card says?
Well, I've got a lot of different things on my business card, but, one thing, please don't call me collect. That'll be great on my end. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited being here, man. Great weather. I've looked at the Weather Channel before coming here, so I packed with my Speedos and my thongs to walk around in a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't rain and catch a cold,
Yeah. But you're not going to play.
Not going to play.
You had to have been offered the opportunity to play. Are you
they offered me about $2 million just to participate and play. I seen Annika Sorsten was coming. I didn't really want to embarrass her. Sure. She's retired. She's one of the best to ever do it. I seen Charles, so I knew my competition level was going to be low, so I figured I'll just come over here and report it.
Yeah. Do you not golf?
I don't golf. I don't. You know what?
I don't either, man.
The whole thing about it is I love getting down to foursome because the snack cart comes around every 15, 20 minutes. So, I hit a couple shots, get a couple to go straight. I might slice a few, but it's a lot of fun. I will say golf is fun.
Yeah, it is fun if you keep it fun. If you get into it, people get a little wacky.
Well, the whole thing, people get so in tune. They hit a bad shot, they get all upset, start breaking clubs. If I paid a bunch of money for my clubs, I'm not breaking it.
Yeah.
So I can get over it. I can get over the shot and move on. Best ball is what I play.
We're talking to Donovan McNabb here in the program as we are here at the American Century Championships. Feel like football season to you right now? Do you still, even though you've been out of the game now for a little bit, get that itch, the training camp?
Well, I've had some itches, but I just keep scratching them and then move on. But the whole thing about it for me is when you retire. And one thing I tried to prepare myself for was, talking to guys who stepped away from the game. Either it was by their own regard, or maybe it was just that no teams called. And some guys can't get over the fact that they can't get over the crowd noise. They can't get over their name being called. And some guys just say, hey, I look for something new to do. And my thing was, when I decided to retire from the game, I knew what my plan B was, and that was to go into radio and obviously TV and still stay involved somewhat. I still work out every day. I still keep abreast of what's going on in the news, obviously with sports. You can't get over Johnny Manziel and his antics, but it gives us something. Do we have security?
Look out!
Do we have security? Oh my goodness! Man, you didn't call me last night either, man.
That's because I was in the casino getting my ass beat.
Big time. See? Big time in me. Man.
Hey.
How's everything, baby? All right. That's the great thing about being here, man. You see good old faces, man.
Is that a good old face? Is Charles Barkley really a good old face?
Oh, man. Yeah, I watched Charles when I was in grammar school.
But is it a good face?
It's not a good face. It's not a good face. But if I keep looking at Charles and I feel like I'm a model still,
okay.
My body is still intact.
Still
intact.
There was some modeling. Still a model?
I'm still a model, man. I can model hands and feet.
Role model. I think maybe that. You should maybe stick with that.
That's right, man.
Role model.
As long as the model is on there, people want to question what is he doing,
We're talking to Donovan McNabb here in the program. I'm curious, the ESPYs were on the other night.
Yeah.
Michael Sam won the Arthur Ashe Award. We're in Kansas City, Mizzou, Columbia, Missouri is just 2 hours down the road. That was obviously a huge story. You've been in a locker room, been a leader in a locker room.
Yeah.
What is his? Is the time right? Is this going to be not as big a deal in a locker room than we think, or is it going to be a bigger deal than maybe even what the general public is waiting?
Really, one thing we have to understand is the young generation of guys don't handle situations like us older guys.
Right.
Will it become a problem in the locker room? I don't think it will. I think we're to the point right now where he made the announcement. We already know what's going on now. Who cares? Let's play football. Because that's the most important thing. When you get out on the football field, can you contribute to the team? Can you help? Will he be able to come off the edge and get sacks or tackles for losses, special teams, making big plays, getting good field position, whatever it may be? That's what coaches, scouts, players, that's what they want to see. I think at this particular point, if more guys come out, it's still not an issue. It's a dead issue. Was he courageous? Absolutely. He deserves the Arthur Ashe Award. And his speech really told everything. And he spoke from the heart. He's a guy that, you look back at the Missouri football team, no one really cared about it. They protected him. They made sure no one talked about their teammate, which is like their brother and their brotherhood. And that's one thing he's going into an NFL locker room, and he will feel the same way.
There are a lot of odd guys. There are guys that are even cancerous. There are guys that are into some stuff they shouldn't be into.
Exactly.
But if you can play and you take care of your business when you're there, And that's all anybody really cares
That's
about
all
at the
that
end of the
people
day, right?
matter. That's all that would matters. I mean, can you help us win a championship? And that's the main goal. You know, winning 1 or 2 games, yeah, that's great. But guys are trying to make the playoffs. Guys are trying to get to the NFC, AFC title. Guys are trying to get to that Super Bowl and hold up that trophy. That's the most important thing. Can you contribute to the team?
Yeah, we're talking to Donovan McNabb here in the program. What do you think about the follow-up year for Andy Reid? What are your expectations for? Most people think that they were a product of a soft schedule and that they're going to slide back here.
I wouldn't say product of a soft schedule. One thing that shocked me about that football team, for a team that only won, 2 games or so with Matt Castle, the quarterback, is Alex Smith really that good? Secondly, is this defense really good? You know, for what we've seen in the first 8 to 10 games, I'm saying they're coming off the corners looking like the steel curtain. But then later in the season, when they start to play the Denver Broncos, playing the San Diego Chargers, these teams that are playing at a high level at that time couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. So I think for Andy, one thing he's trying to coach and teach this team is about consistency. In order to be effective in this league, you got to stay consistent. Can they do it again? Alex Smith is trying to get a big deal. Got a lot of guys trying to get. Houston's trying to get a big deal on the defense. They did draft D4 at the defensive end, which I know Andy. I know that setup. When you're trying to get a new deal, he will draft a guy at your position and use that as a bargaining tool. But
oh, really? You've been a part of that.
I mean, hey, you know, Kevin Cobb did get drafted, so you know. But one thing I can say about the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to be competitive. I'm a little worried about them this year because the division is getting tougher. The Oakland Raiders, we still don't know, but they are bringing guys with names.
Right.
The Denver Broncos look. I'm still trying to figure out, did they win the lottery? Where are they getting this money to sign all these guys? You know, and then you look at the San Diego Chargers. Can they do it again? Losing Ken Wisenhunt, which he was the offensive coordinator, don't get me wrong. It was McCoy who was calling the plays, but can Matthews stay healthy? Will Danny Woodhead still be that X factor? Malcolm Floyd coming back. Will he be that #1 wide receiver? Antonio Gates, how much gas in the tank? The offensive line. Now defensively, we knew they couldn't tackle in the secondary. You get Flowers. How's he going to help? You know, is Manti Te'o going to step out of his shell now and play well? Can they get pressure on the quarterback? A lot of big questions.
Yeah, all right. Alex Smith, do you think he's a real deal? Last 8 starts, which included the playoff game, 18 touchdowns, 3 INTs, 102 quarterback rating.
You know what? For Alex Smith, you know, and I hate using the term, but he's an excellent game manager. But one thing we have to really look at, step back and look at the way he manages the game. I mean, Dwayne Bowe struggled last year. Dwayne Bowe dropped too many passes. He needs to be a #1 guy. He's got to be a threat, getting the downfield and separating from defenders. You know, you can't have Jamal Charles doing everything. And this is what we're seeing from this team. He's lost some weight. He's coming in now at so-called 215 pounds. He's a nutritionist. I'm looking for that #2 receiver. If it's Donnie Avery or whoever it may be, to step up and be that guy to take the pressure off.
All right, Final Four, Donovan. You've been through before.
Yeah.
4 quickies. Just
Let's do it.
First thing that pops in your head. Table game. What's your favorite?
Which one?
Favorite table game in the casino?
It would be. I'll do. I don't know. That's kind of hard. I mean, if it's the quarter deal where you throw it in and you got to drink, I guess that might be it. I don't know the name of it. I don't play much.
Better golfer, you or Charles?
If you're looking at it. Wait, look at his swing. Look. I mean, is he hitting ground balls?
He is hitting ground balls. There's a kid down there with a mitt. He's trying to help out.
I mean, that's awful.
Yeah, that is.
I can do that left-handed.
Yeah, that is tough.
I'm not going to say it loud because he might hit me in the back.
Super Bowl pick is who?
Super Bowl pick, you know what? I'm going to go with the New England Patriots.
That's nice. And how many wins for the Chiefs?
I see the Chiefs get 9 wins this year.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Hey, always appreciate the time, buddy. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it, man. Love the top 4. Hey!